Be taking Sunday, so we'll switch back to the US, and then after the US, we'll still come back to the European side. So Sunday we'll be taking Sunday. I'll just read a brief note about Sunday, and he takes over there. So Sunday, Godwin is a passionate geoscientist who began his academic journey with a BSc in geology from Ahmadu Bello University, Nigeria. His early career took him into the mining industry, where he worked as an exploration geologist. The environmental degradation he witnessed in mining operations motivated him to shift his focus towards environmental geochemistry. Currently, he's advancing his studies in the field at the University of Alabama, USA, where his research explores the impact of human activities on the environment, particularly in relation to mining. So Sunday's commitment to environmental sustainability has become the driving force behind his academic and professional pursuits. So he will be taking on tips on networking with professors, and then managing timelines and deadlines. So go ahead, Sunday.
Okay. Um, Thank you very much, Dr. Josh, for that opportunity. And I must say before I commence, I want to commend everyone that has taken their time to be here today. Um, we all started from a process like this. Of course, we are still a work in progress. I could remember particularly when I just rushed out of my undergrad and I was like, what next? I reached out to Dr. Josh right here, and he was a person that's first like went over my CV for the very first time, and he has been much more of a blessing. So this mentorship program, it's will like I indulge us all to keep partaking in it, and we will see ourselves flying. So you are all I would say I would also extend congratulations to everyone, like everybody here that is seeking for a particular thing, and I'm sure and I'm very optimistic that you are definitely going to see yourself where you envision yourself to be. So without further ado, actually I will be talking on networking tips. Okay, with respect to networking tips, it's kind of varies, especially when you are still in your home country and when you're already in the US. And many of us here today, I believe that we are still probably looking for a way we could travel out, and we're seeing like we want to know how we could particularly like network. So I'll be sharing my own personal story as well as we go. Sorry, I don't have the slides to put on as well. And the first thing is I would encourage every one of us to do is leverage on existing contact. Many of us here maybe during the undergraduate or your master's program that you're currently doing. I'm sure to some extent, maybe you may already have some predecessors that have been ahead of you in wherever you want to go, be it Europe or in the US. And I really think the very wise thing to do is to reach out to those people and ask for tips. Now, by reaching out, many of us we may like we are under the impression that this person or the even yes, we do know this particular person, but we think that this person should always be at your beck and call. So there's a trick to this. The first thing, you should understand the time difference, and we should also acknowledge the fact that where this particular person is staying, he's also struggling in terms of academics and he's trying to survive. So we shouldn't take it very personal when we reach out to a particular person up there and he is taking time to give a response. Trust me, that is he's not just shunning you guys per se. That is not the case. Things are really ongoing here. So leverage. So when you reach out to this contact, um of course, it should be someone that you already envision, like a place that you want to be with respect to the country and with respect to the like career wise. So if I am a biologist and I want to further my career, I should not be looking at someone in computer sciences because that's not where I'm going to. The person, of course, he's still going to be helpful with respect to maybe pointing you to schools, but he wouldn't be that specific as to what you are looking for. Now, the other thing is conferences and webinars. I would concentrate more on webinars because conferences is something like probably maybe you are already in the US or you're kind of or outside there, like international conferences. That is where you could get some networking, but that may not be the case if we are still in your home country. So something like this, like webinars. There's one thing that is very important. I mean, knowledge is key. Knowledge is very powerful. You may be thinking that you've done the best you could, just like what the previous speaker said, until someone sheds another light to it. And then that's when you everywhere will just be illuminated and you'll be like, I picked up the first SOP I ever crafted when I started this journey some couple of years back. And I was like, as at that time, this is the best I could do. And when I look at it right now, I'm like, oh my God. I'm sure that even if I was an institution and I forwarded that SOP to me, I would not accept it. So that's just it. Try and look for other opportunities, something like this, like try and endeavor to make sure you have to be very intentional about it. Try and participate in something like this. These informations will be given for free, and it will be very helpful. That would be what could be the defining moment in your career entirely. And the other thing I would also draw attention to is how we use our social media in terms of LinkedIn. Now, many people kind of they don't understand what LinkedIn actually does. LinkedIn is more like your academic profile, like your academic CV. Most of the lecturers you will reach out today or professors you reach out today via cold email, and they want to check a quick survey about you. The next thing they do is some of them they go to your LinkedIn profile. Now, by your LinkedIn profile, I'm not talking about we don't upload pictures there or informations there to get the likes or to get the comments or to get the loves. No, that is not the essence of that. LinkedIn should be your academic CV. So try and update it as much as you can and update it in real time. I just did a seminar in my bachelor's. Go and upload it there. I just defended my thesis. Go and upload it there. I just got a job that is related to. Go and upload it there in real time. This will be you are not just doing it because you want it to be out there. No, but you are doing it. You have this mindset that this is my academic CV, and I'm just putting it right there. Because trust me, someone that is willing to accept you will definitely do some sort of background check. And the first official place they would want to check is your LinkedIn profile. So try and build it up. And email faculty. So by email faculty, I mean the particular lecturers you should have looked into. And now in with respect to US, if any school that is in your radar and you've checked in that particular department, you've seen someone that your research interest kind of aligns together with, like you see yourself working with that particular person, I think the first thing you should do is not to send the person an email immediately. No. What you need to do is go to their personal website. The previous speaker, Jonah, has talked about this, and Ijoma as well. Go to their personal website, look it up, check the group, then go to their Google Scholar page. Now, once you go to their Google Scholar page, you will see where they write cited by or sort by year. If you check, what I did personally is when I was reaching out to professors, so I would go to the particular publication that had the highest number of citations. Then I pick up a topic there. Then I go to their most recent publications that they've done. Maybe like we're in 2024, they should have publications in 2024 or 2023. You can like you give yourself like three to 4 years, very recent. So in that way, I just pick like, okay, this is your most cited publication. I pick it up. That simply means I already know, I have an idea of the paper that made you blue, as in So that should be impactful enough to me. So I have an idea, and I always and I also have an idea of what you are currently doing. So there's nothing that should stop you from just like you can just go over it a little bit. I'm sure if we're to be realistic and you're sending cold emails to several schools, you may not have the luxury of reading each of those papers. I understand that, and that is very realistic. So, but you just want to probably go through the articles and look some things and just tweak up. Just make sure that when once you are sending this person a particular email, make sure that you've done your own background check. You are telling the person that I've researched your lab. This is what you do. This is my previous experiences, and I believe I will be a good addition to your lab. And I've also seen your study, and I know that they all align together. Now, this person is not just generic. This person will know that yes, this person has done a little bit of background check on that person, and it will definitely be rewarded. Now, there are so that's exactly what I did, and the truth is that I sent a lot of responses, just like Ijeoma said. I had to create a particular folder. Mine wasn't a spreadsheet actually, as at that time. I had a folder that I had for every particular school. So if I can recall correctly, I sent over or close to 100 cold emails as at that particular time. And and what happened was, of course, everything was not a positive reply. So some people, they would not even respond to you at all. That is just the truth. Why some people will respond to you and tell you no. But trust me, they know that they've told you you should take it in good faith. That simply means you've done what you are doing is right. If you are sending cold emails and they are not nobody has responded you, I would beg you, like probably you need to go and see someone or talk to someone to have like let that person just have a view on what you're actually sending, because something may be wrong. You should have gotten a no at least. So when you get a no, you should be happy in the first place. That is because you are doing something right. And probably no could be for several reasons that I wouldn't probably have the time to go into. But the main thing is that you still have to keep sending it. So what I just want to draw from here is don't you give up. Like don't you stop. Don't allow the several no's that you're getting then stop you from sending more emails. The more you get no, the more you send. And
And they have
yeah, so that was what I
round up as fast as possible.
Okay, okay. And with respect to timeline, just a quick recap here. Please have a deadline, have internal deadline for yourself. You should know you should have a spreadsheet that most of all these schools they have their unique application date and deadline. Work with them accordingly. Set internal deadline for yourself. And also when you have there are several application materials with respect to schools and that you need to send during the application phases. If you are crafting statement of purpose and you have like 3 to 4 schools that you are applying to the same program, the same course. Now, if once you are doing your statement of purpose and you know that the schools have the same deadline, so what you should do is create that statement of purpose, not generic. Of course, it's still going to be particular, like specific to that school, but create it in a way that once you are done, you have done creating the whole statement of purpose for the whole 4 schools. The same thing with recommendation letter. Try to do things in batches. And I would say just one last thing. If you are sending application to multiple schools, of which I encourage you to do, the people that will send you recommendation letters, please try and avoid that particular thing that you will send your recommender a letter, like a message today that, please, sir, I want you to help me write a recommendation letter. Next week, please, sir, I want you to help me send. Next 2 weeks, no. The person will get frustrated. So try and do it in batches in a way that once you're talking to your recommender, you'll be like, okay, sir, I have like 5 to 6 schools, ma'am, that I'm putting application to. Could you help me? That would be really the best thing you could do. So I will be around to take on any question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sunday. Yes, so we'll go ahead to